Welcome back to 5 Day Crypto, everyone. My name's Chase. Today is January 4th of 2021. Hope you all had a great new year. The holidays are finally over, and now we can get back to crypto and making money. Hopefully it's going to be a great 2021. I'll be here every day of the week now. From now on, I should be posting videos pretty regularly, about the same time every day, usually before noon, between 11 a.m. and noontime on Eastern time. So look for those. Today we're going to look at our update on Chainlink versus the US dollar. And if we go ahead and look at our chart over here, you can see I've outlined a couple uptrends and downtrends. So this yellow line is our 21-week EMA, the exponential moving average that we talk about in most every video. Going back to July, when our first big breakout formed in our green channel here. And then our red channel is our downtrend, green channel uptrend, red channel downtrend. And then what I'm predicting now is that we have just broken out of our downtrend and we could be forming our new uptrend. So let's go ahead and look at this a little bit closer. As we get out of here, you can notice some similarities in these red circles here. That's why I drew red to red and yellow to yellow. If you look, we went up, we came back down, we failed to hold this line. We tried to get back up above it again, we couldn't. You see the wick, throw us back down, and then we are in for downside continuation. Then, once we get down here, we try to get up, we get down, we come back up, we fail to, this time we failed to hold it as resistance, so it should have rejected here again if we wanted to have more downside. It breaks through, continues back up. As soon as we have a candle close, 2 candles consecutive above your trend line, that trend is considered broken by definition. So as you can see there, there's 1 candle up, we closed. Our next candle up, we closed again. That's 2 candles in a row closing above that line. So that's how you can tell. Same with this one. Like, go back up, we closed down here. We tried to get back up again. We closed another one below that line. So there's our new trend. So these are patterns you got to start looking for if you want to try to stay ahead of the curve a little bit. So now we're in this uptrend. Same thing. We broke back through it. Look how similar these are. Break back through this. Try to come up again. Got rejected. Coming back. Closed 2 candles. Coming back down. Now this. Look, we just broke out of that downtrend. It was pretty short term, but I'm glad we're out of it. Because this is where everyone thought we were going back down lower, right? I've heard calls for a few dollars back to link. All that, the Zeus Capital, Chainlink's being investigated by the SEC stuff. I have some stuff in a few minutes. I'll show you a couple news articles. Put your mind at ease. And, if you have 2 bits of common sense, you'll see why that story came out. So, going back here. You can see 2 days ago, January 3rd, yesterday, technically, because the new day kind of starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, so you see what I mean. So we broke out, closed the candle up. Today's candle, look at how volatility on this thing. So you can zoom in here. We've wicked down to the exact 21-week EMA. We've wicked up to the exact Fibonacci band of 0.236. I talked about this in our last video 4 or 5 days ago. If we broke through this, the $13 where we were headed, I said look for our next stop out around 1550, 1560. I took a small amount of profit last night at right around 1550, and the reason I didn't wait till this is you can't wait, because look at all of these, they get close. There's a lot of front runners on these. Any kind of big whale or people that have been in crypto or any kind of knowledge for years at a time know to put their shorts or their orders in right before or right after. Going down, usually it's right before. Going up, it's usually right before. Sometimes you can see these wicks that go through these bands, but more often than not, these bands are going to be front run by a little bit. So I put my order in at 1550 and it triggered. And at this time, everyone everywhere is thinking we're going berserk through the moon. But we could have. But I just put a small order in just to sell, just to secure some profits, which is what you want to do. You don't want to do all or nothing. You don't want to sell everything and then buy everything. You want to do small orders at key levels just to lock in profits. And I will be here every day to try to help you guys do that. I'm here for free to help you make money, to prevent you from making all the mistakes I've made for the past 4 years being in crypto. I did this full time. If you haven't seen my videos before, I have nothing to sell you. I'm genuinely here to help you. That's all. So, for after this, I feel like if this is accurate and we don't somehow a catastrophe of Bitcoin, there's the only way that we're not going to continue this move up with alts is if Bitcoin just plummets back down under 30, goes down to the 20, goes back to its 21-week EMA, which I believe now is like right at 19,000. So if Bitcoin starts crashing, look for that 21-week EMA, and I can do a video on that maybe tomorrow, or maybe I'll throw one in sometime this week if something starts going crazy. So we want to look in the meantime, where right now this is called an indecision candle, the candle that we're in. We have no idea where this is going to end, but you can see the body is so little. I'll try to remove this now that I've showed you what is going on. See how little that body is? If we close here, that's neither good nor bad. It's called an indecision candle. And more often than not, when these candles close like that, the trend continues from previous candle. So hopefully, this is why I'm predicting this. We're in this new channel. We can move back up. I would still look for resistance right at the 1569, 1570 level. If we break through it, you guessed it, all-time highs are in sight. Now, I think, we might have a little bit more consolidation over the next month or so. As long as Bitcoin can hold and doesn't do anything crazy, it can go up and down a few $1,000s. That's fine. Short term, that's what all this choppiness is going to be. If Bitcoin holds strong and doesn't kick the bucket, so to speak, I fully anticipate a move something like this. And then once we get above this all-time high, this is when it's going to get nuts real fast. I mean, you're going to see from 20 to 30 within days or a week or something. It's going to be crazy. And how do I know that? Because anything ever, if it breaks its all-time high, I'll show you here, gets nuts fast. Watch this. Look back to our previous all-time high. Look right here. You think that move that we just had back in July was by coincidence? No. All-time high, all-time high. We finally broke out of the all-time high. And explosions. This is what happens. This move right here, this $20 move, $2 to $20, that 10x right there, this giant move is going to look like this move right here. So this right here this move will look like that. Once we get above this, I fully anticipate another insane move like this. So watch for that. I think we still have some time. Maybe another month. It could be tomorrow. I mean, I don't know. The move last night was insane. Stayed up till 2 a.m. watching this. Me and my friends. It was crazy. So I got a couple more things up my sleeve to show you tomorrow. I'll save it for tomorrow. Not super important, but keep an eye on this. In the meantime, we obviously want to close. If we come back down more today, I would find pretty nice support right at the $13 mark right here. think if we come back down, certainly look at this. Let me clear some of this stuff out of here for you. You can see if we go back down, you can see this 21 week starting to really start to curve up as I anticipated. Told you this in a few, maybe a week ago. We're really going to start moving this line back up because this is the 21 week exponential moving average, and we're starting to replace down candles with these bigger candles. So look for that. If we switch over to the weekly, look at these major respect. Look at these long wicks. You want long wicks on the bottom, not the top. The longer the wick on the bottom, the more support you have pushing you back up. You can think of it like a spring. Same with the top. If you have it on the top, it's pushing you down. So this is, again, even on the weekly, this is an indecision candle. And what did I say? More often than not, a close here will indicate a continuation of the previous candle. So this is a weekly. We still have almost a full week before we open a new one. All right, now let's go ahead and look at our crypto fear and greed index. Even after the move, the crazy move last night, we're still only at 94. We're still well within our trend. Our high is 95, our low is 86. We've done that several times, 86, 94, 95. We have to keep within that to continue this move. If we start getting above or below, that's when we'll start getting some caution, some red flags going up. Another thing, I don't know if you guys have seen, this is the Google Trends. You ever tried this with anything? It's pretty cool. You can compare. So Bitcoin is the blue line, Ethereum is the red line, and good old Chainlink is the yellow line. Still completely unheard of to the masses. We're still real early on Chainlink, guys. And Chainlink, when it made its $20 move, all-time high, $20, $2 to $20. Chainlink maxed out at $4 with Ethereum. And guess what? Your precursor was for a new Bitcoin all-time high back in November, Thanksgiving area. Bitcoin put in, look at this high, much higher than these others. It's silly. You think it's silly, but trends, people's trends, this is what Fibonacci levels are based on. People's minds, the way they think. Google Trends. Just keep an eye on this. You can do this with anything. You can do this with songs, Mariah Carey Christmas songs. You can see it's like flatline like these, and then December rolls around and Mariah Carey's Christmas songs are at 100. It's hilarious. Just every December it just spikes. So we'll keep an eye on this too. You can see Ethereum starting to get some news. So people are starting to catch on to Ethereum maybe. I think the good old $1,000 mark is going to wake some people up. Chainlink, we're still real early. If we see this start to move to 2 to 3 to 4, once we break 4, I fully see Chainlink being back above 20. Once Chainlink is back above 20, I guarantee Chainlink will be at 4 or higher on this Google Trends thing. Just pay attention, mark my words there. All right, going over. This is the reason you don't watch or listen to the news at all. Remember just don't listen to the news. Look at the charts. Find people that know what they're talking about, charting and doing TA. Don't listen to the news. You will get destroyed. Look at this. Same website, 6 days apart. These stories. Look at these. Indicator with 70% success rates. These Chainlink all-time high. Cool. 6 days earlier, 3 reasons why Chainlink could fall by 25%. These are so contradicting, it's nutty, okay? This is ridiculous. Stop listening to the news, your friends, your Twitter people. Watch the charts, that's it. You cannot cheat the charts. Math doesn't lie. Okay? Look at this. Zeus Capital, I told you I'd find you something on the whole FUD about the SEC and Zeus Capital and Chainlink's getting... Come on. This is why Zeus Capital is spreading this. They lost their butt trying to short Chainlink when it was a few dollars. They think it's going down. They got all their clients in to short it. What did it do? It went from $2 to 20 in 4 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it was. They lost their ass. What would you do if you'd lost millions of dollars and your business is dying? You'd try to do everything you could to get your money back. They're trying to sue Chainlink because they lost money shorting. They got all of their clients in. It's ridiculous. I bet you've never even seen this. No one's going to show this, are they? This is why you cannot watch the news, guys. They lost millions of dollars trying to short Chainlink, and it went against them. It went up. So what do? They need to create fear so they can try to recoup some losses, right? They need it to go down. Guess what they got? They got some money back because, do you remember a few days ago, everyone thinks it's going to $5 because they're going to get sued by the SEC or investigated by the SEC. Guys, they're registered with the SEC. Look, spend 5 minutes right now. You can find out everything is kosher. It's not happening. Okay? Chainlink is going to leave everyone in the dust if you're not on board. Okay? That's enough of that. Let's focus on the good. Visit us on Twitter, 5Day Crypto 1. We got the link in the description. I think that's about our longest video ever, guys. Let me know what you think. If you've got any suggestions, I'm happy to help. Anything you want, I want. So we'll see you here tomorrow. No card of the day today. I forgot about it. I don't have anything. I know some of you are so disappointed. Well, I'll leave you with the quote of the day. Right here. Right here. Right here. Everywhere. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. We're early on this channel. I will be here 5 days a week. I'm here for you. Any questions you have, let me know. Everything's for free always. I do this full time. Help me help you. Okay? Cheers. See you tomorrow.